Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be talking about whether Deadside is dying or not. It's a little sad, kind of brings me back to a year ago, almost exactly a year ago, when X-Define dropped. It was the hot new game. People were calling it the COD killer, all this other stuff, but a lot of the OGs that played COD back in the day, they knew this was going to be a good game. X-Define was going to be a good game. Everybody was enjoying it when it came out. There were some things that weren't fixed early on. There was not a lot of content, not a lot of stuff that people were able to grind for. So a lot of people give up on the game early. There was no marketing for the game, essentially. So the game ended up dying pretty quickly. And I think that's what's going on here with Deadside. The game is dying very, very rapidly. If we go back to April 15th, they announced that they had 500,000 people in game. That number came from the free trial that they dropped. I think it was early April, and then from actual in-game sales. So 500,000 players. Now, where are we now? You can see the numbers here for PC. For the last 3 months, since April 15th, Deadside hasn't been able to get over 3,000 people in-game, which is actually insane, but that is PC. And then after that, the numbers haven't been able to go up past 1,500 since, I'd say, maybe a month. So PC numbers account for almost nothing of the 500,000 that Deadside announced that they had. So we can safely say that all players are basically on console, either Xbox or PS5. So let's see how many people are currently on Deadside on a Saturday afternoon. The population is about 3,500 players. Let's make it around 3,700. You know what? Let's say 4,000 players, right? Let's say there's 4,000 players on console Deadside currently. The 1,300 from PC. Let's move that up to 1,500 on PC. That gives us around 5,500 players currently on Deadside across console and PC. So in total, Deadside has lost from April 15th to now, May 31st, 494,500 players estimate, right? Give or take. Deadside pretty much lost every single player that it had gotten. Now, I think there's a few reasons for that. Reason one, some of those players got Deadside, once it dropped, 1.0 dropped, and they had their most worst experience of a game ever. For about a month and a half, Deadside did not do any updates. They didn't say they were working on any updates, for console anyways, and the game was just absolutely atrocious. There was a lot of bugs. It was really difficult to try to join a server if there was a queue time. Not only that, but you had to enter a code every single time you died in your base. So if you had 10 codes before you can go outside, you had to enter every single one of those codes every single time you died, or every single time you joined the game, or you crashed. And the stability of the game was just absolutely horrible. Not to mention, every couple seconds your base would completely disappear and then it'd come back in, allowing someone that was trying to raid you to know exactly where to go to get your TC and get all your loot. Me and my buddies actually did this on our first ever raid. We were going to raid one of our neighbors that lived across the hill, and one of my teammates was actually able to see where the person that we were trying to raid's loot was. So he told us exactly where to go, and it only took us 2 C4s to get into his base and get all of his loot.
His base is bunker too.
Oh dude, it just glitched and I saw all of his loot. It's right fucking here.
Alright.
Right here.
Alright. Let me get back,
Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there.
End it. Yeah, where's
Shit.
For that month and a half, anyone that bought Deadside and they played it, they told their buddies not to get it because that game was just not finished. And the few people that did stay and enjoyed the game for what it was, but with time, a lot of people just started giving up on Deadside. I think not marketing the game is hurting the game, because not a lot of people are getting to see it. Sure, there's videos going up on YouTube. Sure, there's shorts, there's people streaming it and stuff, but there's not much interest for the game, which is pretty sad because it is actually a good game. It's just got some issues that need to be patched up, fixed up, make the game run better, feel better, and have more things to do. Raiding is very easy to do. All you gotta do is take maybe 2-3 trips to airfield, and you'll be able to get as much boom as you want. And then with that, you'll be able to raid pretty much anyone on the server. Some really big issues that Deadside needs to fix is that there's currently no way for you to defend your base while you're offline. That is absolutely killing your game, because when someone gets raided while they're offline, they're going to move on to a new server, and then a new server, and then a new one, and then at some point they're just going to get tired of playing the game just to get offline, because there's absolutely no way to secure your base. Turrets in this game absolutely suck. The devs have currently done 4 updates, and none of those updates have changed the way turrets behave. And they do absolutely nothing to protect your base. You can outrun a turret no problem and drain it within 5 to 10 minutes. Even if those turrets are completely full of ammo, you can drain them super easy just because the target acquisition on those things is absolutely atrocious.
Keep running.
Even if you have turrets inside your base, outside your base, you have turrets absolutely everywhere. You have C-wire. It is super easy to outrun those turrets and then just blow them up with a freaking C4 or a couple grenades. Another thing that absolutely sucks is the bots. The bots can spot you from around 200 meters away, and they won't stop shooting you or chasing you unless you're in a car or a motorcycle. If you're running and they spot you, they will follow you for over 600 meters. Bots can shoot you through trees, through bushes. As long as you're not in a bush, the bots will shoot at you no matter what. So that means they'll give away your position, allowing other players to know where you're at and kill you that way. And every now and then a bot's shot's gonna hit you, so if you're in a gunfight and you get shot by a bot from 600 meters out, guess what? Now you're fucked. So many people are complaining about those issues, that turrets suck. The bots are absolutely overpowered. Bots being good isn't a bad thing, right? It's cool, you know, level 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't care. But the fact that bots can spot you from over 200 meters out is absolutely insane. And the fact that they follow you for forever. People have been telling the devs to change that, but they still haven't. So I think Deadside devs need to get their head out of their ass, because Deadside is dying. I mean, it's almost basically completely dead. If the Deadside devs want to survive and keep this game alive, I highly suggest they fix those issues that people are complaining about constantly and get those updates out quick, because next gen Rust is coming out very soon, June 19th for anyone that has any of the special editions, and then June 26th for anyone that has the base version of Rust. I guarantee you this game's population is gonna tank when new Rust comes out, so they got to get players engaged now before Rust comes out, because after that there's no way they're gonna regain that population. Because the one thing that Deadside has currently right now that Rust does not is good graphics, good hit detection, and once next gen Rust comes out, they're not gonna have anything on Rust. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but it's over for Deadside. So hopefully they get their shit together, they get the game updated, they start adding items that people actually want, they start changing up the way things work like turrets, they start adding some ways to defend your base, and they make turrets actually usable. Hopefully they fix the bots and they actually get some players back on the game, because it is a good game. Like I said, I enjoy playing it, but currently I am absolutely bored of this game. If you agree with me, be sure to leave it down in the comments. If you don't agree with me, do the same. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you thought, and that's going to be it. Peace.